a prisoner from my weight. But this is my reality.
I'm down, I'm down, I'm down, I'm down.
It's not looking good right now. She's very close to dying.
Mentally, I feel lost. I had no idea doing this was going to have this kind of effect on me.
Laura Perez's journey had us all glued to our screens, not just for the weight loss, but for the entire insane roller coaster that came with it. Imagine being just 5 years old and finding solace in food after a traumatic incident with a cousin. It's heartbreaking how often we see food becoming a refuge in times of pain. Right? Laura thought that getting bigger could shield her from harm, a sad reflection of how our minds can trick us into a false sense of safety. And then, as if that wasn't enough, her parents got divorced. Food became her go-to, her reliable yet unhealthy companion. Hello, everyone! Before diving into the most dramatic transformations that left viewers absolutely stunned on My 600-Pound Life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. From impossible odds to inspiring victories, these stories are sure to captivate you. So let's get started.
Growing up, my weight wasn't much of an issue. But I started to gain weight when I was 5. An older cousin of mine molested me.
He would just touch me and stuff. I never told my parents anything.
Enter Dr. Nowzaradan, the no-nonsense hero of the show. If you've seen the show, you know he doesn't sugarcoat anything, probably because he'd make you work it off. Laura reached out to him, desperate to regain control of her spiraling health. Dr. Now set her up with a diet and exercise plan stricter than a high school principal's rules. But let me tell you, changing habits set in like concrete? Not so simple.
A lot of cake.
So where do you get that cake? Who? You? You know, I never seen anybody that's overweight doesn't have enable people around them support them. It should be the opposite. They should tell you you shouldn't have that. And so you carrying oxygen with you all the time?
Yes.
Laura's battle with her diet was as evident as a donut in a gym. Despite her best intentions and Dr. Now's clear plan, those old habits clung on tighter than a cat on a curtain. It's like, you know what you need to do, but doing it? That's a whole other story. Who can't relate to that struggle? It's like being on a perpetual diet roller coaster, with cheat days turning into cheat months.
You need to lose 50 pounds over the next couple months. You think you can do that?
Yes, I will do it.
Okay. Laura has a whole environment of enabler that will be very hard to address. All right, nice to meet you guys.
Likewise, Dr.
Okay. We'll see how she does over the next couple months.
Her family was always there, cooking up storms and keeping traditions alive, even if those traditions weren't the healthiest. At one point, things got really tough for Laura and her husband Joey. They even faced homelessness. Can you imagine dealing with eviction on top of everything else? Her sister stepped up and gave them a place to stay. It really shows the power of family, doesn't it?
A lot of salads and vegetables and stuff like that. She's really sticking to her diet, so I'm happy about that.
Joey's been really supportive. Sometimes I just want candy or cake, but he brings me good stuff now and not junk.
Oh, yeah. This is steamed chicken with vegetables.
Now, Laura's weight loss journey was anything but smooth. Instead of the planned gastric bypass, Dr. Now had to perform a gastrectomy because of her enlarged liver and spleen. She almost died of pneumonia post-surgery, but guess what? She pulled through and dropped an incredible 237 pounds by the end of her TLC stint, slimming down to 182 pounds. Talk about a fighter!
Laura, the surgery finished. It went as well as possible with the situation that we encountered. 1, 2, 3. Her surgery did not go as we planned. but we accomplished some sort of weight loss operation. But under circumstances, that's the only tool we can offer for Laura.
Here's where it gets juicy. Laura's transformation put a serious strain on her marriage. Joey, her husband, didn't take well to her losing weight. It seems he might have been enabling her previous lifestyle, and her newfound independence didn't sit well with him. The more she succeeded, the less interested he became in the marriage. And when Laura decided to get a job, that was probably the last straw. Joey wanted her to stay home, but Laura, she was not having any of it anymore.
I can do so much more now. I can get around without a wheelchair or any oxygen. I feel like a new person. I can shop at more places like normal people do. I feel great.
When Melissa first appeared on the show, she tipped the scales at a staggering 653 pounds. She was not only battling her weight, but also holding on to the hope of becoming a mom. Determined to turn her life around, she reached out to Dr. Now, known for his tough love approach. Initially, it seemed like Melissa was looking for a quick fix rather than a long-term solution. She wanted a miracle cure for her weight issues, and honestly, who can blame her? But as we all know, real change takes more than just wishing.
It's not like I set out to say, ooh, I want to grow up to be the world's biggest lady. I want to be 700 pounds. It just happened.
For the longest time, I really talked myself into I didn't have a weight problem. I was still walking. If I had a weight problem, I could not walk.
Melissa started off with enthusiasm, but it was not long before she began missing her appointments with Dr. Now. Each time, she had a new excuse ready to go. It was almost like she was stuck in a loop, excited one moment and then disappearing the next. Dr. Now, ever the patient guide, kept extending olive branches, hoping Melissa would grab onto one and hold tight. Do you think she managed to snap out of this cycle? Keep watching to find out.
This is the illegal contraband. And if I see them, then I want them. So I throw my yarn down on top to keep them hidden. Let me show you my purses. My protection purse. I see somebody looking at me, staring pretty hard. My bag goes in front. And this has everything in it but the kitchen sink. Deodorant.
Despite these hiccups, Melissa eventually got back on track and was approved for bariatric surgery. After the surgery, the pounds started to melt away, and by the end of her time on the show, she had dropped down to 157 pounds. It was a total transformation, and Melissa was understandably proud of her progress. But as many of us know, sometimes the hardest battles come after the victory lap.
I've lost 210 pounds, but I'm still fat. See this? That absolutely grosses me out. I can't stand to look at myself in the mirror. It jiggles, like terribly, jiggles. And yeah, I can lift, and it's just like, ugh.
Post-show, Melissa achieved another dream. She became a mom. She and her husband, Chris, had 2 healthy children. However, with each pregnancy, Melissa gained weight and found it tough to lose it afterward. After her second child, she found herself 100 pounds heavier. Since then, she's been working hard to get back to her goal weight of 150 pounds. Balancing motherhood with personal health goals is no joke. Any parents out there feeling that struggle?
389 pounds. It's been 10 years since I've been 389 pounds. It was just exciting to be under 400 pounds. Oh, it's so exciting.
I'm just doing that.
Dress looks different.
She said that dress definitely looks different on her now than when she came in here.
Yeah.
It's nice to realize that there's a whole lot less to me.
But wait, there's more to the story. While Melissa was dealing with her weight and her new role as a mom, her marriage began to feel the strain. They decided that Chris would go back to work while she stayed home, but But Melissa began to miss her job and the social interactions it provided. This eventually led to their divorce, but they stayed committed to co-parenting their children. It shows that sometimes life reshuffles our plans in ways we never expect. Melissa's story is a real-life example of how adapting to these changes is just as important as the initial weight loss.
But life is still a little overwhelming for me.
I crave the weirdest things. Saltine crackers, Chinese food. I know when I'm gonna eat them that I'm going to throw up. But sometimes, honestly, if I'm craving it bad enough, it's worth getting sick for. 307.
If you're inspired by these incredible transformations, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned because we're diving into Brittany Fulfer's journey, a story that will leave you absolutely stunned. You won't want to miss this. Brittany Fulfer's incredible journey had viewers absolutely stunned and rooting for her every step of the way. Brittany's story began with a heartbreaking childhood. She started gaining weight as a young girl, turning to food as a comfort mechanism to cope with trauma. The root cause? An incident of sexual abuse at the hands of a family member. Food became her refuge, a way to shield herself from the world and the emotional pain she was enduring. Over the years, her weight spiraled out of control, and by the time she appeared on the show, Brittany weighed just over 600 pounds.
Maybe it'd be better if I just don't wake up, because every single day I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what did you do to yourself? A human body should not look the way my body looks. That is the most disgusting thing in the world. I'm so big, I'm almost to the point where I can't even take care of myself.
Her family, particularly her husband Bill, played a crucial role in her life. Bill was supportive, but there was a fine line between support and enabling. Sometimes, in his attempts to help Brittany feel better, he would bring her the very foods that were contributing to her decline. It's a tough spot to be in, wanting to comfort your loved one, but also realizing that the comfort is slowly killing them.
Women and thought I was beautiful.
When I first met her, to me, Brittany seemed just happy. Her personality was bubbly, and I wanted to join the bubble, I guess.
So we got married, and it's been me and Bill against everything since then. I needed someone to tell me that I'm okay, and that never happened before in my life. I've wondered if I've been a disappointment to him.
Brittany reached a point where she knew she couldn't go on living this way. The pain, both physical and emotional, was too much to bear. That's when she decided to reach out to Dr. Now in Houston, hoping he could help her turn her life around. If you know Dr. Now, you know he doesn't mince words. Dr. Now laid it all out for Brittany. She needed to lose weight before he would even consider her for surgery. He put her on a strict diet of 1,200 calories a day and emphasized the importance of exercise. But we all know that old habits die hard.
I want to be the wife that he deserves.
You ready to do this?
Yes. I've never been on a road trip like this, and I'm scared I might not make the journey. From Tualatin to Houston will take 6 days, and I've never driven more than 3 hours in a car at this weight.
Brittany started off with enthusiasm, but it wasn't long before she began missing her appointments with Dr. Now. Each time, she had a new excuse ready to go. It was almost like she was stuck in a loop, excited one moment, and then disappearing the next. Dr. Now, ever the patient guide, kept extending olive branches, hoping Brittany would grab onto one and hold tight. Do you think she managed to snap out of this cycle? Keep watching to find out.
So I think things are definitely getting better.
Where are you gonna go? Okay, thank you. I'm no longer living in fear. These have been steps in a good direction for me. But the biggest step I want to take is with my husband. I want us to have a deeper relationship, and I want it to be one where I'm not afraid. And I want to start working on having a family.
Despite these hiccups, Brittany eventually got back on track and was approved for bariatric surgery. After the surgery, the pounds started to melt away, and by the end of her year-long weight loss journey, she had shed 230 pounds. It was a total transformation, and Brittany was understandably proud of her progress. But as many of us know, sometimes the hardest battles come after the victory lap.
I'm pretty excited to be out like an adult. I feel like this is a fresh start for Bill and me. We've never had a normal husband and wife relationship, and I feel like I can start being a wife to him. And for the first time in our marriage, we can start to get closer. Like that grilled chicken breast looks really good. That's what I'm getting.
With the help of Dr. Now and a gastric bypass, Brittany began addressing the reasons for her compulsive eating with a therapist. Post-surgery, she didn't just lose weight, she also started to tackle the emotional issues that had led her to binge eat in the first place. This was a crucial step in her journey and showed just how committed she was to turning her life around.
Hey! The past few months have been amazing. I have made so much progress. I am doing so much more, and I have so much more energy. I'm able to help Bill in the mornings, making breakfast. I do the laundry and I clean, and it may sound really boring to someone, but it's what I've always wanted.
Post-show, Brittany achieved another dream. She became a mom. She and her husband, Chris, had 2 healthy children. However, with each pregnancy, Brittany gained weight and found it tough to lose it afterward. After her second child, she found herself 100 pounds heavier. Since then, she's been working hard to get back to her goal weight of 150 pounds. Balancing motherhood with personal health goals is no joke. Any parents out there feeling that struggle?
It's exciting.
That's very good. Brittany has done extremely well. I'm very proud of her. She's well on her way to hitting her target weight next year. You have come a long way from being almost 600 pounds.
Yes, I haven't been this way in a long, long time.
I expect that in a year you're gonna be under 200 pounds.
That's exciting.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
When Taretha first rolled into the spotlight, she was tipping the scales at over 800 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. Over 800 pounds. Imagine being confined to your bed for 2 years straight, depending entirely on others for your basic needs. That was Taretha's reality. But one day, she decided she had enough. She packed her bags and moved to Texas, seeking help from the one and only Dr. Now.
A prisoner from my weight, and I can barely move now. It's been 2 years since I've been able to get up out of this bed. I'm not okay not being able to go out. I mean, months go by, I don't go outside. Hell, seasons change, and I don't get to go outside. And I can no longer take care of myself.
Right from the start, Taretha made some serious progress. During her initial hospital stay, she managed to shed a whopping 200 pounds. That monumental weight loss earned her the green light for weight loss surgery. After going under the knife, she kept the momentum going and dropped another 221 pounds. Can you believe it? She literally cut her body weight in half. No small feat, right?
I know you too. But I know if I don't, I'm gonna lose it all anyway. So I have to go.
How you doing, ma'am?
Hi.
You ready to go?
But like, this is overwhelming.
1, 2, 3. And we're gonna roll it the other way.
Okay, wait. You guys don't have a stretcher?
No, we're gonna carry you.
No, you're not.
I got 9 strapping men. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
But as with all good stories, the plot thickens. On her second visit to Dr. Now, Taretha clocked in at 592 pounds, still a long way from where she needed to be. When Dr. Now pointed this out, she did not take it well. "You're just a doctor, not a god who can dictate my life," she snapped. Ouch! Talk about a tense moment. I bet Dr. Now was thinking, well, someone woke up on the wrong side of the hospital bed.
That's a long time to be immobile. How much you weigh right now?
The last time was 6:30, but they weighed me in the bed.
You shouldn't be immobile at 630 pounds. You must be higher than that. What kind of diet you following?
My doctor has me on a 2,000 calorie diet for carbs.
Despite her progress on the show, Taretha's journey hit some serious bumps once she got back home. At her first follow-up, she had some bad news. She had gained weight and become bedridden again. Things started looking up a bit when Taretha returned to Dr. Now. He removed some lymphedema from her leg, which helped her start walking again. But the pain was still too much, and she ended up in rehab to try and manage it. Sadly, her first month in rehab did not bring the improvements she had hoped for, so she headed back home to Detroit.
She gained almost 30 pounds since she's been at home. So we'll start this process over and we'll put her on a controlled diet again. All right, we need to talk about your situation right now. We're going to keep you here and put you back on a controlled diet. And we need to be a little bit more proactive about your ability to do exercise.
Taretha's main goal throughout her journey was to get healthy enough to spend more time with her grandchildren. And guess what? She is making that dream come true. Now, she enjoys life with her husband, son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids. She is not very active on social media, but when she does post updates, they are always uplifting for her fans and well-wishers. She has not shared her current weight yet, but it is clear she has made incredible progress. It is inspiring to see someone fight through so much to reclaim their life. Thanks for joining, folks. If you were inspired by these stories, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing content. Do not forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay motivated and stay strong.
But my body says no right now. So I don't have that comfort inside when I eat. I'm scared. And right now, I'm just having second thoughts about if I could do this.